Good morning. I lost my camera for a while. I didn't know where you were. I found you. Today is, oh gosh, what is today? It's almost daylight savings time on Saturday. That would be the 1st, so I think today's the 30th. 30th. I think that's right. Let's go with today's October 30th, and it's been, I had to do some math. I'm thinking when I sprayed this cotton, and it was a week ago, like most of it. So I sprayed Wednesday, today's Thursday, I sprayed Wednesday afternoon, and then I finished up Tuesday morning, or Thursday morning, and today is a week later from that. And so I just wanted to come show you what stuff looks like. So it's for sure opened up more. It's for sure dropped some leaves. It has also not. I mean, I'm hoping it's still working. We got an inch to inch and a half rain on everything. So some of this cotton looks kind of junky because of that. That's part of it. You don't really want it to get rained on like that because it can lock out and do those things. And I'm afraid that the chemical is fighting against the plant wanting to grow because it's gotten rain now. I don't know. We got to almost freezing temperatures last night, which would have been nice to maybe kind of give me some clarity on what to do with the rest of this. As I walk out here, it smells a little, not like a hard freeze, but maybe got nipped a little bit in some of these lower areas, but it is wider. I went and looked at stuff, but it's still got a ways. It's just a week. I still want, those things to open on their own. That's what the Ethylon's supposed to do. And it has done. I'm not seeing near as many green bowls, but there's still some that, man, I'd sure like to get all of those to open. Small bowls out here, but we'll see what's going to happen. I don't know. It's been a week. I'm going to keep watching it. I'm not ready to strip yet anyways. I got my stripper done yesterday. Got the bats and brushes done on both of them. All the fluids and filters changed on mine yesterday. Gonna grease it, check tire pressure, check some oil levels on the final drives and such, and then my stripper is ready to go, adjust the brushes in the cleaner. That's gonna go pretty quick. Dad's, we have some more projects to do on it: water pump, thermostat, things like that. But I'm gonna need his help tomorrow. He's out of pocket today, but I can get filters and oil changed and brushes and all that stuff on his today is the goal. So, strippers will be ready. We took them all up, the big cylinder off the CNC module builder in to get rebuilt. It's been there a week and over a week now, so I'm gonna call today, get an update on that, because I need that to get that builder going. My other builder needs to be tied to the 8130, but the 8130 is hooked to the sprayer, and if I need to do some more spraying, I need that to keep that tractor on that, because I may need to do another shot of defoliation. I also may need to do some spraying on some wheat ground, the new ground that I picked up that's plowed. I'm assuming there's probably going to be some volunteer wheat to come up, so I may have to go over that. I don't know. The new land that Emily's parents just purchased, there's cotton growing on most of it, but there's some smaller patches that I need to disc. I'll get it done. I just know I'll figure it out. I wish defoliation was more of an exact science. It is definitely not. So we'll just watch it, give it a few more days, and see. I'm hoping more leaves drop, more bowls open, and then I can get out there and run a kill shot on that stuff. Is kind of what I'm thinking. If I can get a kill shot, I'll have 360 acres sprayed and we'll be ready to strip when it's after a few days after that. But I need that tractor, the 8260, take it over and hook the disc back up and plow. It's just too wet today and still for a while. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow, Dad and I are going to work on his stripper, so that takes tomorrow out. Wednesday, we're doing a work day at the youth baseball field and going to the ACU Tarleton football game. Sunday would be the next day I could do anything. So I don't know. And then I got to go to Abilene and get that cylinder sometime, maybe Monday. That would be awesome. And spray. I don't know. Like I said, I'll get it done. All right. So I really don't remember what I showed you last, but this berm, Dad and I worked on that some. He scraped up dirt and I pushed it with a skid steer, and then he went along and shaped it up a little bit. So we'll see what that does. Got some rain on it. That'll should settle it down and start to pack it. We may have to do some more work, but it's definitely an improvement. So I was glad to get that knocked out. The batteries on this 4555 were bad, so I got new batteries in on that. And I need to do some things in here. Kind of tricky. Okay, so the problem, we've got lights. We got a light here. I need to retape that. 2 lights up there, and they had been running from this red cord, and we would plug them into this 7-pin connector. So we did that like we always have done it for lots of years, and we weren't getting any lights up there. So we would take. There was actually it was an extension cord, and Dad had a quick connect here, so we had voltage coming from there to that plug. So went up in the cab, we had voltage in the cab, but then on the wires in the cab I had voltage and continuity, so it was a good line. But anytime we would connect from there to a light, we'd get no power, and if we extended the lights, we thought we'd get no voltage. So I thought maybe we thought it was either bad bulbs, bad light fixtures, or a ground issue maybe. So I took one of the lights off, that one over there, and connected to the battery, and they lit up. So the lights, at least that light, was good. So what did we do next? We spent a lot of time chasing it up that way, thinking we had an issue up to there. And then what did we do? We decided we checked voltage at the pins, and we had voltage. Then we started thinking maybe it's not enough. Maybe it's an issue at the tractor. And so then we were checking. We hooked the lights directly to the pins and the connector with these little jumper cables, and it would not light up the light. So the issue is somewhere on the tractor. Ground probably. So but this harness goes back. Oh, I'll just show you. It's like the main wiring harness. You just have to trust me. It comes around all the way to all of this stuff right here. Whole mess of wires. So I don't know. I messed with this ground here. It was tight and it didn't change anything. I guess there could be a fuse possibly, but weird that not a fuse because we're getting voltage, but must not be getting enough amps to push through. Dad kind of the analogy like the water faucet, like a water hose. If you had the valve closed, you might have 30 pounds of pressure in there, but as soon as you open it, it's got no built-up pressure to maintain the pressure. That may be kind of what we had. There was voltage to show 12 volts, but not enough amps to like actually do anything. I guess you tell me, electric experts. So what we have done is this is the wire to the lights. And we've just bypassed it and just run. I've got one of these wires runs the automatic tromper, and then this one is the lights that I'm going to put. I got an inline switch for. You have to trust me that that's an inline switch. And then this are some inline fuses. So this is the automatic tromper inline fuse. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to do the same thing here on the hot. So I've got a good fuse on both of them. So anyways, it's kind of a run around, but Gosh, we're gonna need lights. You gotta have lights to strip cotton. I'm having some trouble because the switch terminals are just not, they're not quite big enough. I got one wire in and it seems to be holding pretty good, but the other one, so that's what I'm working on. In case you wonder what the heck I'm doing, I'm just having a hard time fitting that wire inside of there with that screw and all the things. I got this side. Why is it any different? I don't know. But I'll keep trying. I finally got it. I forgot to put this on. Wait. Oh. Okay. Not so bad. I gotta take this all apart. But I don't. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Let's see. I guess. Well, I'm gonna put that on later now. I'm glad. Yeah, I even showed you that. I could cut that off, but well, the hard part is I didn't get. It's not perfect. I've got some wires that didn't make it in. That's not a good connection. All right, still working. All right, I got it. I'll have to figure out where I want to put this. I'm not gonna put it anywhere permanently, but dang, I should have put that around this deal here, but I definitely want it out of the way of the PTO. So I may just come with a zip tie. 2 zip ties right here. But let's go make sure it works first. Oh, my allergies are bad today. Can you get dehydrated from a runny nose? Asking for a friend. Should be able to. Just turn the key to the on position. If I can reach it. Right there. Okay, nothing blew up. Let's see if I have lights right now. No lights. No lights. I flip this. That did not light up like it said it would. What have I done? Well, likely it's my connection in here. Huh. Okay, well. I done something wrong. I'll have to track it down. I rechecked my connections. Let me go start it up again. No lights. Still no lights. Dang. Got the hot. Got the hots on the right side. Something in this fuse kind of looks goofy. Let me try a different fuse. Yeah, it looks better. Let's see if that did anything. Hey, there we go. Fuse was my problem. I don't know if I did something to mess that fuse up or what, but it's supposed to have a light. Maybe there is, very faint. That should turn it off, which it does. That should turn it on. I guess there's a real faint light in there. Okay. Well, electrical, it's fun. I'm gonna get that all cleaned up and get this situated how I want it and move on to another project. This took a lot longer than I was anticipating. Well, I just tested this. I'm gonna try this off my truck, this heat shrinker, a jigger. It turned on. But as it starts to get hot, that's the question. No, doesn't have the juice. Maybe. No, didn't have it. Too much, too many watts to run that. I went ahead and did it the right way. By hauling lots of extension cords. Turn up the heat. Silly of me. Got this zip tied. That should give me power. Still got power. Eagle power. All right. Project done. All right, next I'm gonna work on some filters. This engine air filter. Everything's a little different than mine. I did mine yesterday. My engine air filter is a lot bigger and easier to get to. always a little tricky getting this one out. All right, and then the inner filter. You know your outer filter is doing a good job if this inner filter is clean, and it is. But we should go ahead and replace them every year, anyways. This one is not clean. With as much, I mean, I'm sure you could clean those out and keep them going, but we just part of the yearly maintenance for us. We just do it every year. Just no reason to. There's so much dust that flies around anyways in here, and air is our biggest issue with all the lint and stuff that gets on the alternator and in our radiator. This is another project I got to do. All this, there's a foam piece in here that's missing, and so when this engine's sucking air right in this cavity, if this was missing and that was getting extra dirt in back behind there, so we got some foam we're going to spray in there, but that's all part of it. So we'll just start fresh with a new. All right, that job's done. Old one's there. All right, now for the fuel filters. They've just got these collars. Dad's are easier to get to than mine. This one I don't think has any, should have much or any fuel in it. Just a little. Normally do John Deere filters, but when I bought this, my stripper came with a bunch of filters, and they're all wicks. Some of them were not in good shape, and the package was open, but I went through them all. I kept all the ones that were saran wrapped and sealed. And Wix is a good filter. It's what I run on all my vehicles, other vehicles, and I've got them for that. Most of them are fit for this stripper, older style, and not mine. So, to me, it makes sense. Like they're packaged, they're made in USA, what they all say, and they're direct replacements. So that's what we're gonna do. So that one's the easy one. Turn until it clicks. Now this one I need to get a pliers to take this bottom hose loose, and then it's the same deal, but that one will be a little bit more full of fuel. The other one had fuel in it too. But it didn't drip as much. I would think this one's probably gonna drip a little more. Maybe not. Actually, I forgot that one just doesn't need to undo that. This is the hardest one. Not that hard. But you know, I got to make it more dramatic for TV. It's good at marketing. Make sure that label faces out. There we go. It clicks. this back on. So now I've got to, I don't think I need to do both of these, but I'm gonna go ahead and open both these bleed screws. Maybe. Because now I've got to prime, since I took all that fuel out, I've got to prime these filters. Until oil starts bleeding out. And that is this little pump. There's a little lever right there. Can you see it? And you can probably hear. So just keep doing this until oil starts coming out of those. I do have better handwriting than that, but it's kind of hard to get in there. Okay, well, I'm going to keep pumping on this thing. Finally. That's what I needed to see. My thought was I had this one open on the wrong side of the pump because it's trying to bring fuel across to there. And so I was letting air in the system, not letting it prime. So close this one, open that one. Now I'm getting fuel. That's what I needed. Should have thought a little bit harder about that. Well, it makes me feel a little better. Actually, it's 4 years old. So that's better than I thought. Had a little issue though, get this off. This is just maybe too many years of taking it on and off. This thingamajig broke or is breaking. So I don't know. Can you how easily can you replace that? I've got some slack, so I don't know. I'm gonna find out before you can tell me if I can. I'm gonna find out if I can replace that. Well, I started taking this off. I'm gonna take it to a place where I get my batteries, and Dad's gonna check another place in Stanford. This piece, 1.6 meters is what it says is the specs. $287. That's a lot of dollars, but it is a big thick cable of copper. So I'm gonna see if they can do something with this head. If they can, I don't know. I can just. I'll take it incomplete, but if not, I could just break that apart possibly to not lose any length. I just don't know how you combine those two wires together, different sizes, unless they can do it with molten lead. So I just got a couple zip ties to cut in here and then take it off this main stud. What do you think that is? An 18 maybe? It is an 18. Two washers there. Okay. So now the zip ties. Just one more little zip tie here for no reason that I can tell. The question is it push through and man, had to punch that little rubber thing. It seals up again because air, you don't want air, dirt. Getting in there. So, got the cable out. It's a lot of copper. I would assume that it is in good shape, except for the end. So we'll find out. Another project, unexpected, but fixable. Got back with the battery and was able to salvage the cable, thank goodness. $15 is better than $300. He says it got a pretty good crimp on there. So, feel pretty good about that. Didn't lose hardly any length. So, that's good. Feel good. I'm glad to get that fixed. I mean, he said put some tape around that just to keep some moisture out. Looks like he put some heat shrink on that one, but obviously that's a little bit different animal here. So I'm gonna do that and then feed it back through and put this back together. Man, I would not have expected this sucker to be the hardest part of this project, but it was in fact. Okay, I think I am ready to put the battery in now. Okay, now I'm ready. I had to clean the terminals. That one's easy. Turn this around. It's not ideal for that path of that. I just need to tap it in. Just tap it in. All right, get it tightened up, zip tie. Maybe finally be done with this project. Well, got it on. I forgot the little thingamajig, so take it off. And I already had this on. I took it off. I made contact with this bar. I had some sparks. That was fun. Things should be okay, but definitely don't like to see sparks. Okay, now there should be lots of oil or diesel in these filters. The battery's good, everything's zip tied. I reattached this to the starter. Zip tied all that together. That was a pain, I showed you that. Okay, let's go start this thing. Much better. Sorry, I didn't show you. I'm draining the oil real quick. My battery's about to die. So I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna get this changed, new filter, put the oil in, and then call it a day. I gotta get home. We have a little Halloween party for our youth group kids that we do kind of regularly with the kids from Rural called Grace, because we want to talk to them about God's grace that's been so good to us and that they are loved unconditionally. And so just something that some families and friends of ours have been doing, and hope to have a good turnout tonight.